Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Had a little drink about an hour ago, and it tasted like shit. Day 8, salvage ship the Wretched, flight engineer Phillip, Sacramento, reporting. So, the water purification system went down today. I didn't notice until I took a drink of water and noticed that it tasted clammy. Can water even taste clammy? I don't know, it tasted like grass or algae or something. I don't know. I'm not a cow, I'm not used to eating grass, so I guess I wouldn't know. Maybe cows love it. You know, I don't think I can remember the last time I actually saw a cow. No, wait a minute. Yeah. Actually, there was one time. I was with my stepdad when I was really young. It was before the ash lung had really set into him, you know. We were at a petting zoo. Of course, most animals these days are all genetically engineered, you know, looks perfect, tastes great kind of thing, I guess. I remember he brought me to this pen, and there were these massive, bulky animals with these, you know, broad noses and big black eyes you could just kind of get lost in, you know. I love the way that their ears would flicker every now and then. These really colorful, diverse patterns on them, you know, browns and blacks and milky whites. And I remember there were a bunch of other kids there, and they were calling the animals over. I guess they wanted to say hi or something, or pet them or whatever. And I remember the cow came over, one of the cows came over, and immediately started being social, and I got to put my hand on its nose, and I felt how hot it was. Like I could feel the life coursing through it, you know, and it was like, I don't know, there was something about it. It was just, it seemed so much more than I was, you know. I was just a kid. I was this tiny thing, and here was this massive creature there. And then it was about to go back. I think it was feeding or something in one of the fields, and I remember there was another kid at the other far end of the pen, and he like clapped his hands or cried out or something. And I remember when I realized the cow just stopped in mid-walk, turned, almost like it had been rehearsed, or in this sort of weird mechanical fashion, stopping whatever it was doing and just walked over to the other kid. And then it spent some time with him and then went back, and then there was another girl. She was looking for attention too, and once again, the same again, it just stopped what it was doing, as if every thought it had in its head up until that point was like overridden. And then it just walked over to them. It wasn't until later on that I understood, when I was much older, that these genetically engineered herds had been neurologically altered to make their behavior in line with whatever they basically needed for them to be. So if they needed them to be food animals, that they were docile, and if they needed them to be animals that interacted with the public, they were obedient. and would drop everything to answer a call for attention. But all I can remember thinking about is how unsettling and unnatural that felt. I was only a kid, but I felt how somehow wrong that was. I don't know. I don't know, I don't know why that memory came out for me all of a sudden. Anyway, I've made no progress on the engine as yet. Still can't find the problem, and the distress beacon is still a long way from being fixed, so... I don't know what's going to happen with that. But I'm going to keep trying. I haven't given up. At least the creeper's been relatively quiet recently, so... I'll maybe have some time. Anyway, I'll keep you apprised of my progress.